We're so back. You might say, NL, you're starting in the same spot. You ever considered you start every day in essentially the same spot? Your bed, probably, I'm guessing. Maybe you sleep on the couch sometimes. I'm starting to understand how exalted it can be to sleep on the couch from time to time. Not on vacation? That's true. On vacation, you're usually not in the same. Well, it depends, I guess, where maybe you're moving from place to place or. Hang on, push me, hold me, and then hold me again. Sir, I like to get blackout drunk. If you're like an adult, by which I mean essentially, I'm going to say over the age of 22. No disrespect to the 18 to 22s out there. You are adults, but like you're still just figuring it out. Like if you're 18 and a half, I'm not saying you're not an adult. What I am saying is you only have 6 months of being an adult experience. So like you're still figuring it out. Of course, we give you a little bit of space to make mistakes. If you're over the age of 22 and you get so intoxicated that you don't know where you are when you wake up, you gotta lock that shit in. That's crazy. That's a cry for help. You can still like get drunk and just like wake up in your bed. Trust me, you're not gonna lose anything except maybe like some brain cells by doing that. You're not gonna lose out on the experience of a good night. Let's put it that way. At 22, that's only a year after legal drinking age in the US. Come on. Is this Brigham Young University? How naive are you? Doesn't make any sense. Hold. Utah mentioned! What if you wake up in your bed but you don't remember getting there? I mean, that's just like middle age, man. I wake up in my bed every morning without knowing how I got there. I think just because my brain is like, we don't have that much storage space left, we're not going to store like mundane shit anymore. We're not going to, hey, move to long-term memory like you brushing your teeth for the 8,000th night in a row. No, man. Yeah, we're clearing the cache. We're degaussing the brain every night. Hey, NL, I listened to Spiderland 10 more times. Thank you. Okay, now you're indoctrinated at this point. Welcome to the club. You could take a break now. You don't have to. You could, maybe you're obsessed with it, in which case I would encourage you to pursue that obsession. Can I get an explanation as to why Canucks fans are losing their mind over the Oilers? The explanation is that you're letting the freaks on social media gaslight you into thinking that's what normal people are thinking. Normal Vancouver Canucks fans are not obsessed with the Edmonton Oilers. We're obsessed with why it's still in like below 20 degrees Celsius in June. Everybody you meet, you're like, why is it so cold? I know, it's been so cold. Normally, we got the AC on by this point. Last summer, we had the AC on at the end of April. Now it's the end of June. We haven't even installed the AC yet. I know, it's crazy. That's where we're at right now. All right. True. Preach, brother. 25 today. I think we're looking at a high of 22, which is still pretty good. I can't complain. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. Hello, Corey, by the way. Hello. And hello, Sir Toasty, as well. Canadians, I can't. Okay, pick a smug country to be from, Blind Salamander. Are you from the typically smug nation of Denmark or Norway? Or are you from the bafflingly smug nation of the United States. Because that's going to change the insult that I'm going to use to cook you and your fellow countrymen who honestly have done nothing wrong, but, you know, there's got to be some collateral damage. Americans, when there's 8 people in a lineup for something that has been posted about on social media for like 10 months straight. But yet, conversely, Americans allergic to lining up. The only exception is the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, where they go and they're like, oh, there's only like 135 cars in line right now. It must be a slow day. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Who told him? I've been there, man. And I don't mean on vacation. Saved. It takes like 2 minutes, though. Yeah, they got the people out there with like the laminated menus that, you know, even when you're like 20 cars back from the window. It's kind of like a logistical miracle, honestly. I don't know how they do it. Wait till you see a Cane's. No disrespect, but I think that would require me to be like south of Washington, D.C., which I just don't... Well, on the West Coast, sure, but like on the East Coast, I don't think that's happening. Well, okay, but then I was gonna say you won't catch me there, but that's not true because I've been to Orlando a couple times. It's a good point. Minnesota has them? Well, there's no danger of me accidentally going to a Raising Cane's in Minnesota, let's be honest. There's one in Boston, too. I'm just going to repeat the same thing about Minnesota. You probably will not catch me in Minnesota, or in Boston again, I should say. How about Pittsburgh? I could see it. I could see myself going back to Pittsburgh. Josh lives there. I got a couple other friends who live there that I only see once every 10 years. Primanti Bros serves a goated sandwich. It seems like one of the few North American cities that's still stuffed to the brim with like real motherfuckers instead of being, you know, 21% realtors, like 9% people who got into Bitcoin early, 7% influencers. You know what I'm talking about. Miami, Vancouver, it might be more than 21% realtors for all I know. Don't you have 0 houses? I got one. The voice inside of my head right now, don't say skill difference. Don't say skill difference. Don't say skill difference. Hold. All right. So far, so good. Prezzo, I blocked someone on Twitter today because of you. And it's not your fault at all. In fact, you were kind of clowning on them. I believe it was x.com/ I don't even know. It was like food porn posts or something like that. And it came up in my feed because you replied. The tweet said burger and fries. And it was just like a basket full of hamburgers and French fries. And you replied, looks good. And I said, man, I don't want to see this shit. This AI generated. You didn't do anything wrong. I was just like, I'm stunned at how many like total dog shit like blue check engagement farm accounts there are. How many times can you see a picture of a basket of French fries and be like, ketchup doesn't exist? What are you putting on these? And like, why are people still, I guess it's because they're always making more dumb motherfuckers, but why are people lining up and go, oh, mayo! You know, in Belgium, they put mayo on French fries. I go with truffle mayo, personally. I might be a little weird. I'm going to say barbecue sauce. What? You should die. Like, really? We need some anti-social media, man. Or like, you got $20 to draft your breakfast. Waffles are fucking $5 each, and pancakes with fruit are $5 each, and then like pancakes without fruit are $4 each. Bacon's $1 each. Now cue like 100,000 motherfuckers going 20 bacons. Bacon is mispriced. You're like, they got you, bro. They engagement farmed you. They made like 0.03. Oh, motherfucker. They made like 0.03 cents off of your attention. You just got monetized, bro. Oh, son of a bitch. Skirt. This is bad. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be there, bro. This shit's got some fucking... It looks like one of those yo-yos from like the early 2000s that went to sleep by itself. You know what I'm talking about? Just brace it for a second here. We got to get out of the fast lane, man. You don't know what I'm talking about? There was a yo-yo boom around like the turn of the millennium, but instead of like 1930s yo-yos where you like had to have some skill, they had like a little gyroscope in them or something like that, where if you just flicked them hard enough, they would like hang at the bottom, like anti-grav. I thought I was a yo-yo master, man. I was walking the dog. I was rocking the baby. I was going around the world. Those were sick, man. My friend used to walk around with his yo-yo, and it was embarrassing. We saw a dude like that in Busan. He was walking the boardwalk on the beach and like doing yo-yo tricks. And I was like, they got these motherfuckers everywhere, huh? I mean it in a good way. Like that's a character, man. At least it's one more person who's like just not looking at their phone. Okay, hold. I want you to do me because you're the yo-yo man. Did she like to dirty talk? She loved to dirty talk. She would always be like, yeah, I want to screw. Me so horny. I want you to screw me. You don't know? It's 40-year-old virgin, man. Your references are out of control. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. We just talked about that. I'm only 22. I get what you're saying, but you should still watch the movie. It's like before Judd Apatow was washed. Before he tweeted that like he had PTSD from Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Hey. Yes, Seth Rogen is in it. He doesn't do that much weed conversation, though. He does describe a consensual sexual partner as a plant that you have to nurture before you fuck the plant. And I think, obviously, we're assuming that the plant is marijuana. Also, at one point, I don't know why I'm reviewing this like Common Sense Media. Thinly veiled marijuana reference where Steve Carell's character asks Seth Rogen's character, how many pots have you smoking? Hold. It's a good movie, though. I will say... I don't know what Judd Apatow does this in every comedy. If only he could make the second half of the movie as good as the first half. You know the first half where like everybody's life is in disarray and it's just like six funny dudes hanging out shooting the shit. And then like in the second half of the movie, like one of the guys finds love and stops hanging out with the other guys. If they could just make the second half of the movie like more of the funny guys hanging out, like he'd probably have an Oscar. Hold, hold, hold. We got this, man. We got this. Into the Breach is very good. So true. This Japanese soldier is still fighting World War II 27 years after the armistice was signed. But he's not, well, okay, he was wrong for many things, but you're not wrong about Into the Breach. Let's put it that way. You're right about Into the Breach. That's a great game. That classic situation. Forgetting Sarah Marshall's son or I Love You Man Daughter. I gotta go with Forgetting Sarah Marshall's son, but they're both pretty good. I mean, Forgetting Sarah Marshall just has the vampire Muppet stuff that elevates it beyond average, I would say. Not to mention when he's scoring like their shitty Law and Order SVU knockoff, but he's having an emotional breakdown, so he starts playing the Seinfeld music. No! Cinema. I have not seen the 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. But I have seen the poster, or the cover, I should say, on Netflix 10,000 times, if I had to guess. That's the one. It's got Brian Callen, and he's like looking up like this, right? Like that. Can you go look up the cover and tell me if I was close? Hold. 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 Oh, brother. Hold. Okay. Slow it down. .6 on IMDb. That's saying something, man, because they're not sending the best reviewers to IMDb. This is very bad. Okay, hang on. Go. 18% on Rotten Tomatoes? See, that surprises me. If there was like a standardized IMDb to Rotten Tomatoes score converter, a 2.6 on IMDb really should translate to like a 0. A 2.6 translating to an 18 is kind of surprising. Okay, this is lock-in central, man. We got to get locked like something crawling from the slime on the bottom of a large Scottish lake. He's Ghost in the Machine posting. Hold, and we're good. We're good. Oh, man. Now we just, like, this part's not a joke, but we got to worry about the geysers next. Police reference. NL when he references the police. Yay, Jake S! Open parentheses, the band. I choose to think that Synchronicity 2 is also not... I choose to think that that song is literal. I think it's about a man that's having a midlife crisis, but also at the same time there is a kaiju emerging from Loch Lomond in Scotland, and like it's about to terrorize the British Isles. Close parentheses. That you're welcome. I love Roxanne. I think a lot of people do, man. That's kind of the point of the song, I think. Boomer joke? Maybe. I don't know. Please don't mention Eartha Kitt. I'm not Chevy Chase, bro. I do think, unfortunately, I have a little bit of Chevy Chase energy. I wish it wasn't the case. But I think I do have a little Chevy Chase smugness. Not the racism part. No, no, no. You do, but it's not overbearing. I could live with that. What if they made Roxanne these days? So true. It would be like, Roxanne, don't let me tell you not to put on the red light. You could choose to do it if you want to. You can make your own decisions, am I right, Roxanne? Yeah, because of woke. You could choose to put on the red light. You could never write Lola today. He's smashing the fuck out of that guitar at the start of the song, right? Like, what? I don't know anything about music or especially guitars. What the hell is he slapping on at the start of that song? I know it's a guitar, but he's just like hitting it like open palm or something like that. That usually comes on maybe like 3 songs after I tell Apple CarPlay to play Bob Dylan, and I always that's not a skip. It's usually, it starts Bob Dylan, Hurricane, then it goes like Jim Croce, Walking Back to Georgia, then it goes Lola by the Kinks, and I'm like, I'm not skipping this. I might even turn it up. What happened to Steely Dan? Dirty Work usually shows up somewhere in that rotation as well, and then I take it as an opportunity maybe to pivot to getting like some Deacon Blues or some Asia or something like that. What happened to Stomping Tom Connors? I'm just gonna say, I don't care if all my Canadian viewers stop watching. I think Stompin' Tom Connors got to be like one of the most overrated artists in the Canadiana songbook in history. I don't know who it is. Ah, the girls are at the bingo and the boys are getting stinko. On a Sudbury Saturday night. I go to work on Monday, but tonight is only Sunday. I get another one on a bingo on a Sudbury Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? He's goated. He's you know who he is when you hear him, for sure. Because you're like, what the hell is that rhythmic foot tapping sound? Prezzo knows. I guess he's more associated with like the Atlantic provinces, but Ontario's got a big Stompin' Tom contingent as well. He's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling on the highway smiling. He's got a load of the big potatoes from Prince Edward Island. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of like, I don't know. I love Bruce Springsteen. He's kind of like Bruce Springsteen if he wrote songs about like Newfoundland instead of New Jersey. Newfoundland mentioned. NL gets the pass. Next time he's in St. John's, NL's getting screeched, 100%. I'll kiss the fish. I don't give a damn. I don't know if I'll show up for the mummers, though. I got to go clothes shopping first. Send it, send it, send it, then hold it. Then hold it and be careful. I'm from New Jersey. I hate Springsteen. The modern man cannot handle Jungle Land coming on the Peloton playlist without hitting the skip button. I don't hit the skip button, man. 14 minutes left in the ride. You put on a 9-minute song. That's serendipity. Jeremy Piven, Kate Beckinsale, John Cusack. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, 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 hold. Don't get cute with it, mister. Just stick to the fundamentals. No! Oh, no! No! Oh, that's not a good roll on the geyser either. There he goes. It's all right. I wonder who the youngest artist on your Peloton playlist is. That's an interesting thought. Hey, by the way, no disrespect, I wonder the oldest artist who's got an album in your top 10 all time is. What, let me guess, like 24? I'm talking when they made the album, by the way. I'm not talking about like, oh, no, Tom York, bro. Tom York's like probably 43 now. Yeah, but was he 43 when he made In Rainbows? I don't think so. Okay, well, that's not fair. Sorry. Some of you motherfuckers never heard Time Out of Mind. Kid A is better anyway. I knew I liked you for a reason, DL Guiga. Kid A, not better. Unfortunately, Pitchfork disagrees with you, so I disagree with you. Anyway, youngest artist on my Peloton playlist. I'm thinking right off the bat, I'm like, how old is Lil Ugly Mane? I have one Little Ugly Mane song on my Peloton playlist. He's like 35. He still might be the youngest artist as of the time that it was recorded, probably not even close, because I got like some early 60s Beatles on that. They were like 12 years old. But currently the youngest artist that's on the list, yeah, it's got to be NMIX, bro. There's no shot it's not NMIX. It has to be. I could put some Olivia Rodrigo on there. Yeah, the K-pop group. But honestly, there's like a couple of there's some other songs that have been in the rotation for like making it out of their probationary period and making it onto the playlist. I think that in Song for the Summer competition, I'm not just trying to appeal to my 17-year-old Brazilian fans. I previously said Dash by NMIX. I feel like How Sweet by New Jeans is a contender, bro. Such an elegant English line. It's so sweet. It's like biting an apple. It fucking is like biting an apple or whatever. That's poetry, man. I don't care if it was written by JYP in like a fucking boardroom or something like that. If it was focus group, that's a good line. I don't really know what they're saying for the rest of the song because I don't speak Korean. You got any metal on your playlist? Closest thing? Metallica, or I don't know, maybe Flogging Molly. Not Black Sabbath. I don't have. I'm not an anti Black Sabbath guy, but I don't have any on the playlist. War Pigs could be a good song on the playlist. It's long. It gets your acetylcholine flowing. That could be one that could go on there. No Paranoid. It's a good song, but it was like 2 minutes and 40 seconds long. I don't think that would sustain me. I should put some rage. Thank you for this, by the way, because what happens is like once every 2 months, I'm like, I've heard these songs too much, so I go to Amazon Music and search every artist that I can think of, and then add my favorite songs from them. But there's just some spots I forgot, man. I forgot about Rage Against the Machine. Lots of Rage songs would go good on the playlist. Could you pedal to Pale Blue Eyes? I don't know that one. I've pedaled to some stuff that you would not think is good workout music, that's for sure. Oh, by the Velvet Underground. Yeah, sure, why not, man? Why not? Hold. Any international music on there? Excuse me, did I mention NMix? I'd put some city pop on there if Tetsuro Yamashita, stopped having principles and sold his music catalog to streaming services for pennies on the dollar. Like that would be day one, bro. Okay, hold. Tetsuro, if you are listening, please hit us up. I want to buy exclusive streaming rights to Ride on Time. I want to be your Martin Shkreli. Okay, this is... No, it was outside of the wake, man! It was outside of the wake! Oh, it is fucking ripping down the hill, boys. Oh, please. Yes. Luckiest save of all time. Call this motherfucker Squeaks. He's on the treadmill right now. By the way, I need you guys to weigh in. I don't know much about fashion. I undid the top button because of you guys. I also feel like as my facial hair grows out a little bit, you gotta undo the top button. You've gotta kind of like embrace Miami Porn King vibes. But when you're fully shaved, you can go top button. That's how I take it. But there was a viral tweet, and it was engagement farming. So I'm basically being a hypocrite right now. But it's hard to live your life without being a hypocrite occasionally. Seems exhausting. Hold. Here's my question. I'm going to take this opportunity over the bridge to focus up and explain the dilemma to you. The tweet was, all right, Twitter, have your say. When you're wearing shorts, do you wear normal socks that come like, a quarter of the way up your shin? Or do you wear ankle socks, which are essentially no show? And the first tweet that I saw in reply to it that was like a quote tweet with over 10,000 likes was, if you wear normal socks with shorts, you should get the death penalty. So this, I don't know, 75,000 likes or something like that. It was a lot of people that were +2 in that take. But then I saw another quote tweet with like 40,000 likes that said, I don't understand why you would wear ankle socks. It looks like you're going barefoot in your shoes. So it was like a very... I don't want to say it was an even split, but there were definitely two distinct camps they had numerous people in each. Let's put it that way. So I'm a short shorts guy and the normal socks guy with them. because my wife has kind of been on me for my socks lately. She's been like, you should switch to the ankle socks when you're wearing shorts. And I was like, I thought the fashion was kind of, you don't pull the socks up all the way, but it's kind of like a lazy pull. So I guess I'm just wondering where we're at. This is not millennial pilled. When I went to high school as a millennial, if you had shorts that ended above your knee, they sussed you. That's all I'm going to say. They sussed you. It was even written in like some school like dress codes. It was like the shorts have to end below the knee, especially if you're good at basketball. Now I'm big into the shorts because I feel like leg guys, we haven't had that much time to shine. Like all the, male sexuality is focused on the arms and the chest and the abs. People haven't been given, like the leg guys have not had a ton of time in the sun. So I feel like I'm making hay while the sun's up. As long as like short inseam shorts are in fashion, you can catch me in short inseam shorts. At least if we could have some seasonably warm weather in Vancouver. But I don't know. I just wear whatever. It's not that complicated. Pisses me off. Because you're either wearing like a Zelda Triforce shirt and khaki shorts right now, or you're like one of those people who's like just hot. So you're like, I just pick something out of the closet every day. Yeah, because like your parents gave you like the best outfit of all time. Being conventionally attractive. You're dressed as soon as you wake up. Shit pisses me off, man. It's not your fault. Let me dress you. Let's not get into this sub and dom stuff again, okay? It's kind of blowing my mind to find out that the conventional wisdom is that the dom lets the sub choose what to eat for dinner 90% of the time. And the logic is that dinner is so minor, it's not worth wasting the dom's effort. I'm just telling you, subs that are out there, you've been gaslit. You've got some submissive doms, is what I'm saying. They're using all of their dominant energy in the bedroom, and then like the rest of the day, their heart's not in it. Okay? Which is fine if that's what you want. I'm just saying, like, if it was a real dom, they would be choosing what to have for dinner every night. And then people were like, I'm the sub, I'm bottoming, which means I choose what to have for dinner because I got to do the prep. And I'm like, listen, I don't know about all that stuff. I'm just arguing from first principles, okay? I don't have any actual knowledge. I don't know what's going on with that, all right? Some things I'm sure are better for it and some things are worse for it. But it all turns into shit eventually, right? More or less. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we're not getting into that. Hey, Dom Toretto, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Can you be and now we're just, like, I think this is probably where the bit is reaching its natural endpoint because I'm grasping at straws. Can you be a sub who's into Findom? Wait, let me rephrase. Can you be a dom who's into Findom, but you're the one who's being dominated? Like, are there Findom subs? You know what I mean? Give me an example. Okay, what about a dom who's like, yeah, you like bilking me for all of my money, don't you? Yeah, yeah. You freaking love it when I take out a second mortgage to buy you luxury goods. That's a brat situation. See, I'm not cut out for this, man. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a hyper confident pay pig or something like that. I don't know. Listen, I don't know all about it. It's outside of the wake. Don't fuck with me. That's a sugar daddy. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Did you see how I used the architecture to my advantage there? Wait, where's the geyser? It was right there. Oh, no, it wasn't. We're actually safe. Hey, Dom Toretto, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. I don't know. It's getting uncomfortable now. We should just pivot. What were we talking about before? I don't know. I still, like, we're not even really talking about sex, but it's weird to me that people are like, please stop talking about it. It's just a biological function, man. Also, I'm not allowed to talk about like pay pigs, but you're allowed to like be like, Chad, I had buffalo wings for lunch today. Let's go. Like it does it. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. Kind of, not really, but like conceptually, sort of. Would you say the same thing at the barbecue? I would say if I had that kind of rapport with the people at the barbecue, I might bring it up. But like on like day one of meeting folks at the barbecue, no, I'd probably just say like, man, it's unseasonably cold lately, huh? They don't trust you to talk about it with nuance. See, that's crazy to me because they're like, you haven't done the required reading, but the required reading is like 10 straight years of reading Tumblr posts on the family computer that's in the living room. And I'm like, yes, I did. It just wasn't on Tumblr, bro. You just weren't alive, so you didn't see it coming to pass. Like we didn't when you were born, I was not as stupid as you were. I was probably like 14 years old. I had a wealth of knowledge, like petabytes of knowledge that you didn't have access to yet. We didn't start from the same spot. So that's why it's offensive to me that now you're like 21 and you're like, you think you've passed me. You don't even know, man. Your Peloton showed up like 2 weeks ago and you're like, NL, what's your PB? Fuck the PB, bitch. We're on 1,300 rides, motherfucker. And many of those are 60 to 90 minute. Oh, no. It's going to hold there. Oh, it just got a little too much. That's fine. It's getting a little too much momentum for my personal taste. It's going all the way over. Come on, baby. Okay, hold on the X. It's not going to hold on the X. That's bad news. We're going a long way down. Not going to hold there, but it might stall for a minute. That's a bad bounce. Hold. Not going to hold. It's going to hold for a second, but then it's going to spin further down. And then, okay, it's going to hold for a second. We just got a little ways to go. It might hold in the holders at the bottom there. Don't bounce. It's going to bounce off. Hold. Maybe just stall for a second. Oh, man, we got it. This is a bad seed. It's going all the way. No, it's not going to go all the way. It's going to hold right there. Okay. Whew. Saved. We've been like way deeper than this. Way further down. This is like a, it's not a merciful setback, but it's not merciless. Dude, I'm faster than the snowballs. I just know, I thought these were boxing gloves, man. I'm realizing now it's like Among Us's. They're penguins? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Okay, lock in. Slow is fast. Hip daughter or old soul son? I don't know, man. I don't know. These questions are getting a little exhausting. Hey, you distracted me? We go again. Push it, push it, push it, push it. 9 to 5 son or van life daughter. Now that's like, that's an easy one. 9 to 5 son. My child, you know, within reason, they can do whatever they want. But like, I don't want to like go visit like my daughter and have to like eat dinner in the van. Or like it's time to go, like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom quick. And they're like, here's like a 10-gallon bucket that's already like half full of like piss. I'm not cut out for van life. Like I'm relatively like low maintenance, but I do need to not live in a car for my mental health. And I don't know, like I understand the economic appeal of van life. Housing is expensive. But then the other parts of the lifestyle, I don't find that romantic. People are like, you know, you could wake up in Oklahoma City and go to sleep in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And I'm like, yeah, but you're still, like, you're still in the van, right? Like, that's what gets me, I think. Fayetteville mentioned. But some people seem like pushed into the lifestyle, and some people seem like to be true believers. So it just goes to show you, you know, like there's different strokes for different folks. I've seen Nomadland. Hey, dude! PvP? Oh my god. Look at this grind, man. It's going all the way. Oh, man. It was kind of sick though. I can't be mad at it. That's a possible hold. Okay. Please just play a game. This is a game. This is a game. I don't know what would this be if not a game? Here come the fucking Redditor comments. Torture simulator. I'm with you. This might be the only real game. Because there's no distractions, man. It's just you, the ball, and the mountain. And like the Amoguses. Is there supposed to be audio? Oh, yeah. There you go. You were missing out on all this. Oh, man. Bad start, bad start, bad start. Okay, reel it in. I'm reeling it in. This is all games, man. How do you feel about Fox McCloud? He's no Pepe O'Hare. Started watching your Death Stranding playthrough yesterday. Why did you quit? Honestly, too much game. I was having a good time building bridges, delivering packages, traversing Iceland. Every once in a while, they were like, guess what? This area is like covered in goo now, and there's like a whale that tries to eat you. And I was like, I'm not about that lifestyle, man. Give me the 3-hour-long cutscenes that don't make sense. And give me the FedEx, like, dystopian delivery stuff. But all the combat and stuff like that, all the stealth sections, purge them out. That's my version of a cozy game. The closest I get to like understanding Stardew Valley enjoyers is when you get like 4 hours in Death Stranding where there's no fights. Hold, hold, hold. That's Stardew? Honestly, I'm not trying to say Stardew's bad, but the clock in Stardew stresses me out to the point where like I don't enjoy it as much as other people. I'm surprised how many +2s I'm getting. Like in other survival games, you could be like, I'm gonna worry about my farm today, and you could spend like 5 in-game days in Minecraft, like optimizing your farm. But in Stardew Valley, you're like, I want to optimize my farm. Then you gotta break that shit up over like 8 days, and like all of a sudden you missed like the cupcake festival that's only gonna come around like again in 12 hours, and you know I gotta eat some fucking mayonnaise or something like that to get more energy, and you're like. I get it. Obviously it's a great game. Lots of people love it, but that's just like real life. Yeah, but I'm like, unlike most people who play Stardew, I'm living real life. So like, I don't need a second dose of it. I already get enough of that. Like later today, I gotta drive to the fucking recycling depot, man. I gotta stop by the Joja Mart IRL. You could pay someone to do it for you? Yeah, this week though. I will say, I think I'm gonna offshore my fucking weed pulling. That's why I've been resisting it. I've been like, there's nobility in rote work. But like we pulled all the weeds at effectively the start of summer, at least the start of summerish weather. It took like 4 or 5 hours, right? So it was a lot of work. Went on vacation, came back from 2 weeks. All the shit we pulled had grown back even taller. We're like, okay, what do we expect? That's what you get for going on vacation. So we pulled all the weeds again, 4 to 5 hours. Now it's been like a week and a half since we pulled all the weeds, and they're back and even taller. And I'm like, fuck this. Someone else can do this, man. That's crazy. I'll mow the lawn. Mowing the lawn is fun. Mowing the lawn is like playing Farming Simulator, but pulling those weeds is a little crazy.
Is there stinky poop in there?
I don't know. I don't smell it. But Ruka did. He threw up today, but I cleaned it. I'm gotta just stay on the level here. Maybe he took a stinky one upstairs. I did hear him go shh, shh, shh. That's him scratching the litter box. Shh, 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 shh. How old are your cats? 12? 11, 12? Something like that? Just push it. Just push it. We'll get lucky. The moguls will stop it. How long do cats live for? People are getting way too, like, familiar on this website. People are like, hey, you ever thought about, like, how sad you'll be, like, when your pets die? Yeah, of course. I'm a human being, you fucking idiot. I don't want to be reminded about that shit right now. That's macabre. Obviously, yes. Are you stupid? You're gonna die too one day, exactly. That's real life, though? I know, that's why I'm saying I got it locked in, man. It's like Jason Lee said in Vanilla Sky, the sweet wouldn't be as sweet without the sour. Kind of a sour film in the Cameron Crowe. Well, I guess it's probably actually one of his best when you consider what he's made since, but you talk about your parents fucking? No, I don't. I say the phrase, your parents have fucked, because that's how they've conceived you. And then people go, what? No, man, fucking no, dude, don't say that shit. I am happy that my parents have, like, a healthy relationship. I hope they're fucking. Honestly, why would I want them not to? I love both of them, and they created me. I hope they're doing it however they want to do it. It's none of my. I'll never ask them about it, but I hope that they're very healthy. Brother, if you were weighing in on this Dom sub switch verse sub tops and Dom bottom fucking conversations, and you're like, ooh, my parents having sex, like, honestly, you're a fucking hypocrite. You're actually setting society back with your prudishness. It's embarrassing. My mom and dad haven't done it for 20 years. Honestly, A, you don't know that. B, well, unless something tragic happened, in which case I apologize. You may know that. But, like, B, don't act like that's a good thing. That's not good, man. That's bad. Your parents have an acrimonious relationship with one another, and that can only help but, like, roll shit downhill towards yourself because you're the closest member of the family to both of them. That's bad for you and the environment around you. There's nothing to brag about, man. Go, go, go. Push it. Don't, no, not the frickin' whatever this is called. The fireplace thing for the Looney Tunes? How do I make my parents have sex again? Honestly, you could probably start by, like, doing your own chores so they have some time and they're not stressed out all the time with stuff that you could at least take care of. It depends on your age, though. You know, if you're, like, 5, then, like, what are you gonna do? But if you're, like, 20 and you're like, what's for dinner tonight? It's probably time, like, you could do them a little bit of a favor. Start shouldering some of the domestic burden of living at home, I suppose. Hold. Hold. Oh, man. It is wild. So I'm moved out first with huge amounts of parental support at age 17. I lived in the dorms, 17 to 18. 18 to 20-ish. Off-campus housing. Paid for by my parents, full disclosure. Uh, 21, 22, lived alone in South Korea. Then when I came back, I lived with my parents for like 9 months, and it's like a wild reversion to like move back in with your parents as an adult, and then you like go out, and they're like, "When will you be back?" And you're like, "Oh yeah." This is I'm like supposed to tell you stuff like that. I don't know is the degenerate answer. I'm not totally sure when I'll be back. Probably after you're asleep. And then you're like, 23 years old, and your mom is like, "Can you take the frozen chicken breast out of the freezer and leave it on the counter so it's defrosted by the time I get home from work?" And you're like, "Fuck, man." I hate living with my parents. They're always asking me to do shit that takes forever to do, man. She's always giving me jobs. I got my own job. I'm recording Dungeons of Dreadmore videos right now. I don't have time to take 2.1 seconds to go get the chicken breast out of the freezer that I didn't even pay for. And I'm not going to cook so that you can cook it into a dinner. I don't even like chicken breast that much anyway, man. So then you put that shit off. She gets home from work at like 4:10. You put that shit off until like 4:03, and you're like, "Fuck!" You get it like a big stainless steel bowl and fill it with boiling water, and then put the frozen chicken breast in it. When she gets home from work, like the outside of the chicken breast is like cooked and the inside is still ice. I'm saying it's a rude awakening, man. Did you actually do that? Yeah. Maybe not at 22, but definitely at 16, like on summer vacations when, my mom would be like, "Have a good day playing Halo 2. Just make sure you take out the chicken breasts." She wasn't even that old. She was probably like 41 at this point. I don't know. I'm using the old voice. That takes way more work than just taking it out of the freezer. Yeah, but you're missing the juice in lieu of the squeeze. The juice is I don't have to do 3 seconds of work right now. I could do 10 minutes of work in 3 hours. I forgot to take out the chicken breast and my mom called me a mistake. Listen, that's too far, but in her defense, it is like the easiest chore in history. You literally don't have to do anything, and it's maybe the only thing you have to do that she asked you to do all day. I say this as somebody who's forgotten to do it myself, but like it really is like she's not asking you necessarily to like do the dishes or like, pull the weeds or wash the car. She's like, "Can you just do this bare minimum?" Fucking nothing. Can you take 10 seconds out of your day to make it as convenient as possible for me to cook you dinner later? Hello.
Did you show off your chain?
I did not show off my chain. I like to keep my swag inconspicuous rather than flashy, so as to avoid suspicion from federal authorities.
We did nothing wrong.
We did nothing wrong. Caught. Also, now you see you got them excited.
June. I saw the snowy area. You need to like dial in.
Yes, that's correct. What you doing back there?
I need to get the game.
Okay. No problem. Was it something announced during the Nintendo Direct yesterday, but you happen to own the original version?
Honestly, that happens a lot.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
But I don't know. I don't remember.
Save the kingdom of Latria from the clutches of an evil dragon wizard who's imprisoned the Duke of Souls inside of 4 crystals scattered throughout the realm. Use up to 17 different configurations of equipment and solve mind-bending quests en route to become the Dragon Prince. Coming to Nintendo Switch November 3rd, 2024. It's Billy Zazzy. And then you're like, man, fuck Billy Zazzy. Where's Mario Party? People are like, Billy Zazzy went crazy, dude. Billy Zazzy was the 13th best-selling game in 1991 in Japan. Show some respect. You're not going to play that shit, you fucking hypocrite. You're just watching it praying that Silk Song shows up anyway. I'm not razzing the Nintendo voiceover guy, okay? I'm razzing the people who write the copy that he has to read. Because it's like 8th grade public speaking exercise coded. Featuring up to 137,000 possible menu configurations. Hold. And hold. I hate to do this, but I think once I get to the bridge, I think I have to pause and go pee. Because I refuse to hold it during the lock-in section of the game. Too risky. Dramatic zoom in. I got nothing against the Zelda. I only saw like 10 minutes of Kate watching the Nintendo Direct. I'll play that Mario Party for sure. Everything else, probably not going to play the Zelda just because I didn't even play the last two. Probably not going to play Marvel vs. Capcom and get my ass beat by like 45-year-old guys online nonstop. Probably not going to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. So I have a little PTSD associated with the brand. You didn't play Breath of the Wild? Brother, look at me. I'm rolling a ball up a hill instead of playing Elden Ring right now. I'm about that lifestyle.
Is the DLC out?
No, it comes out on Friday, I think. Hold. Thursday evening.
They would know.
Get it twisted. The DLC will save your life. Any problems you have in your life will fade away when Miyazaki releases Limgrave 2. I'm not being sarcastic. It probably won't last, but like for a couple of days, for sure. That's how I feel like when my food arrives at the restaurant. I'm like, oh man, life is so fucked. The only constant is suffering. Oh, my food is here. Yum, yum. Life is beautiful. Me hungry. So true, man. So true. Hold. We're just going to hold. It's been days. How are you still at the ice part? You got it twisted. I'm not still at the ice part. I've made it back to the ice part. If I was still here, I would see how that would be really irritating. You're like the lights on the screen have not changed for a couple of days. But, I mean, we've been on a journey, man. Oh, slow, please. We learned something about ourselves. We learned something about pay pigs. Man, that game is really in there deep, huh?
I thought I bought Elden Ring.
You thought you had a boxed copy of Elden Ring?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think so.
I got it on the digitally on the PlayStation 5. And then digitally on Gabe Newell's Steam.
Wait, you do have it on Steam and on PlayStation?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Can I ask you a question because you're insulting me?
I'm not insulting you.
Okay, well, I'm still going to ask the question anyway.
No, I'm not. Don't.
How many Nintendo 3DSs do you own?
I don't know.
She doesn't know. The number's too high to count.
That's not.
She's going to get on me for having 2 copies of the Game of the Year 2022.
That's not what I said.
Caught.
No cod.
No cod. She pled the fifth. That means she's probably innocent, man. Canada has the fifth as well. Isn't it like the 37th tenet of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms or something?
Are you asking me?
It's like I'm asking, I don't know if there's any barristers or solicitors in chat. It's not quite the same. They can still ask you questions. I'm just going to start pleading the fifth to like everything, man. Do you want white or orange cheese? I plead the fifth. It's a weird catch-22. Listen, I support the Fifth Amendment because obviously it's probably there for a reason, right? But like, because the wording of the Fifth Amendment is like, you don't have to honestly answer a question that incriminates you, doesn't invoking the Fifth Amendment signal to everyone that you're guilty of whatever they're asking you of? Because if you're innocent, you can't invoke a right not to incriminate yourself because there was no crimination. Yes and no. I feel like this is like we're now getting into the philosophy of law or something. Which is interesting. This is why we have juries. Can I say something that maybe is insane but also funny? I think if I was innocent, I would want a judge trial. And if I was guilty, I would definitely want a jury trial, man. I think. Right? Like if I was innocent, I would be like, I want a trained professional poring over this case to read between the lines and see that I didn't do this. But if I did it, I would want to be like, all right, let's get a nice suit. Let's get my teeth bleached, hair transplant, and then show up day one of court and just try to like charm them. That's pretty much how it works. I don't know if that's true, but that's how I feel like it could work. Although in the US it's crazy, right? Because the judges are like politicians, they get elected. So I don't know, maybe it's a little bit different. Some of them are. I think, in a place where you get elected to be a judge, that seems dangerous, right? Has anyone ever been like, hey, vote for me, I'm going to be like soft on crime? Aren't they all convict more motherfuckers than the last guy? See, like the incentives of the system seem misaligned with the tenets of fairness and justice, but what do I know? That's why you want the jury. Yes. Yes, plus the hair transplant. Me bald, I'm going away 5 to 10. Me with the hair transplant, time served. I guess it depends on the crime. Oh, man. All right, well, we made it to the geysers. I'm going to go pee, man. Put it right here, right here. Oh, put it right there. Just put her there, pal. You in what army? That's rich coming from you. Let's skedaddle. Can I get another cup of joe? Okay. Slash marker. Call this Sisyphus 1. And I'll be back in like a minute and a half. See you soon. I know you're watching, NL. So true. I am watching at the present. I am playing at my residence.
Bing bong.
I also heard the bing bong. It's the plumber. Try not to think about the plumber situation because they told us when they took apart our entire washing machine and then put it back together. Well, let's just slash marker it.